Yeah, yeah. All the stars remind me of you. Yeah, they do. I'm on my way to you. Yeah, yeah. I'm on the dopamine high. I'm riding by, baby. This ain't really words to rise. Don't know why, baby. I don't got the time to be fly. I'm on my grind, crazy still. I'm blowing one to the
Yo,
sky.
what's good? What's good? What's up? This is your boy OMD 300, and this is the Corner Store Podcast, episode 168. I'm outside. I'm outside today. After I took a brisk walk through my community, I decided let's do a podcast outside today. This is episode 168. Corner Store Podcast. The guy you hear in the background, just to give him a shout out, is a hip hop artist from San Diego, California. His name is Max Vision. And shout out to Max. I know he's got some crazy things going on in his life. Amazing things, performances. He performed with Dave East, hip hop artist from New York, recently, back in May. May. And he's doing his thing. Got some family stuff going on. God bless you, Max. I hope everything's doing well, and I hope whatever you got going on gets rectified soon. Hey, I'm glad to be here. It's probably strange that I'm outside getting some good air because it's actually been cool in the San Fernando Valley, and at least in the mornings. By the afternoon, it's a little warm, which is fine. Normally it'd be about 100 degrees, but so far it's been pretty mild. I think there's only been a week, maybe a week or two of like extreme heat. It's gonna get worse before it gets better by September. So, but yeah, it's your boy OMD. Subject matter we got going on today is pretty wild. We got a feud between two. We have a feud going on right now. And thank you for being here, by the way. We got somebody in the live right now. What's up with it? At least they were. Now they gone like a mother. A lot of times what people do is they'll peek their head in here and then they get up out of here. But it's all good. You know, what can you say? Some people rock with your boy for the full show, and some people just come and look in for a couple minutes. But I appreciate anybody. That would just give me the time of day. Thank you so much. Now, like I was just saying before, I made the comment about somebody being in the live for a second. There's a feud going on between two athletes. One being Shaquille O'Neal, retired NBA center legend, Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal, and former NFL quarterback for the Washington Redskins, and I believe the New Orleans Saints, if I'm not mistaken, before he got out of the league, Robert Griffin III. Let me give you a little background on that. Robert Griffin III has been having a back and forth with a WNBA star, namely Angel Reese. Now, Angel Reese, obviously, is in the news in regards to a basketball rival of hers, Miss Caitlin Clark, who plays for the Indiana Fever, and Miss Reese plays for the Chicago Sky. They've been going at each other's necks, I would probably say, ever since their national championship game against each other in women's college basketball, where the LSU Tigers beat the Iowa Hawkeyes. And I would probably be remiss to say that Caitlin Clark was and is women's basketball's darling. Not so much anymore, though. Not so much anymore. Not by her fault, but not by her fault. It's probably because of some of the racist people that follow her. Caitlin Clark, I don't think she's racist at all, but I think she's catching a lot of vitriol in the WNBA by other players because of such a high pedestal she's been placed on by some of the fans. And a lot of the women in the WNBA don't seem to like the fact that she's getting all the shine. I mean, it's reminiscent to when Michael Jordan came into the game, but not as the same. It's a weird balance with that. The dynamic probably that would make this situation weird is the fact that Caitlin Clark is white, Angel Reese is black. And everybody knows that's a narrative in the United States that's going to always be a parallel until we can get past that. I don't believe it'll ever be possible to get past it. But if we really wanted to in the United States, we could. But there's somebody pushing that narrative. That's a whole nother story. But it seems like in today's world, a lot of people who look like myself seem to lean towards the other races' narratives. Uh, there's a lot of pundits like that. And it seems to be something that they're trying to do in order to gain favor with the supposed superior, and I wouldn't say superior, with the supposed dominant race. And basically, what dude is doing is going on against his own people. There was a tweet that was made showing Angel Reese as a chimpanzee or a gorilla or something like that. Very racist tweet. Nobody really knew about this tweet. Knew about the picture, the cartoon or caricature that was created until Robert Griffin III retweeted it and tried to make it seem as if he was defending Angel Reese when in actuality he was kind of using that to push forward the narrative that was placed by using the animation of a gorilla or whatever you want to call it. It was appalling. A lot of people called him out for it. A lot of people has been on Robert Griffin III's head, as well they should be, because the man did something that's really, really uncalled for and unnecessary. You know, he did something that he shouldn't have done. It doesn't make any sense. The sad part is that Shaquille O'Neal, who's been watching this whole thing and happens to be a big fan of Angel Reese's. A lot of people are saying that Shaq only like Angel Reese because he wants to be with her. That don't even make no damn sense. Shaq basically came out and said, "Look, man, you keep making these comments about Angel Reese, I'm gonna punch your ass in the face." I don't think Shaquille O'Neal make idle threats. I don't think he make idle threats. He don't seem like the type of person that would just say some shit for clout. He don't need that. He's a billionaire. Shaquille O'Neal is damn near a billionaire. And for him to say that, he meant that shit. For whatever reason. I think the reason is it's obvious, bro. You can't be saying shit like that about sisters. As much disdain sometimes I have for my sisters because of a lot of things. That's something internal as black people we got to deal with. Men and women, black and black men and black women got to square that away. Can't nobody outside our race, especially men, any men that's outside the black, especially black Americans or Africans for that matter, even though Africans may not support us as much as we probably would support them. One thing you're not finna do is talk about sisters in front of me and let that shit slide. I've seen videos where racist men, white men come to voting centers and this one particular video was a white guy who went to a voting center during that last election. And he knew it was only black women volunteers at this station just to harass them and threaten them and act like he wanted to fight them. There was no men around. That I can't understand why there was no men. Not one man was at this voting center where this white guy decided he was going to attack these women verbally and then actually try to do it physically. So go figure. Anyway, I digress. This shit never happens anywhere I go. You know, I ain't begging for it to happen because I don't want to have to put hands on nobody, but it never happens where I go. I don't see nobody doing no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't catch them doing no shit like that, at least. You know, nobody's ever, I've had some incidences, but they usually get resolved pretty quickly when it look like it's about to go down. People usually turn tail when you show you're not finna back up. Anyway, Robert Gifford III made the biggest mistake, which it's a lot of black people out there that hate. I said this before and I'll say it again. American blacks, we do not like each other. We don't like each other. We don't. A lot of distrust. I don't care what happens to us. There will always be a narrative. The thing that kills me is when I forget the gentleman's name. I know it was out there for a long time that got, the cop put his knee on his neck. Uh, God, that makes me feel bad that I can't think of that right now. It's early. But there was a big thing, about that and Chauvin. At least I can remember the goddamn name of the officer who did it. That Derek Chauvin summarily killed that man. George Floyd. Thank you so much. Somebody on the live help me with that. George Floyd. I know I sound ridiculously dumb for not being able to remember that. But yeah, George Floyd. And it was so surprising to me how many black people sided with the police. There is no fucking way, no shape or form where any black person in the United States of America should fix their mouth against a brother when it's obvious they killed that man. The same thing for the young lady that died in Texas, Sandra Bland. There's a conspiracy that Sandra Bland was dead already when they took those pictures of her for the lineup. They said that they took the pictures of her laying on the floor with her eyes open, and she was already dead to make it look like she was alive. If that's true, all the Candace Owens, all the people, these pundits out here, there's so many of them. They're on TikTok, they're on YouTube, that say the most horrible things about their own people. Talking about law and order, the law and order that has been created by people that these laws are created for you to live hard. The only reason why anybody that's black that has money gets treated with any kind of respect. And I believe this is how morbid and this is how creepy and weird white people can be. They'll create these laws that they know you have to wade through bullshit just to make it to the top and make enough money to take care of yourself, let alone become a leader of industry. That if you finally make it through all that bullshit, from whatever your circumstances were as a black person, and become something, this is the reason why they treat you differently, because they're going, damn, we put every hurdle, every obstacle, everything against this person or against this race of people. And guess what they do? They still rise and make something of themselves. This is the reason why you hear them say, preach the narrative, pulling up your bootstraps. Whenever you hear right-wingers say, I don't know what they're complaining about. They got just as good a chance to be somebody in this world as anyone. All they got to do is pull up their bootstraps. Or the reason why they say that is because they realize that they have 10, 20, 30 obstacles for you to try to jump over in order to get where you need to be in life as a black person. Chris Rock said it best in one of his stand-up specials. him, Eddie Murphy, and Mary J. Blige at that particular time lived in the same neighborhood, highfalutin neighborhood in New Jersey or something to that effect. And he said they were probably the only three black people that lived in that gated community in those mansions. He said everybody else in the neighborhood was white. And he said, as a black person, you got to do extraordinary things just to get regular things that white people get. In that neighborhood, you got two of the greatest comedians that have sold out millions of arenas, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, and you got Mary J. Blige, arguably one of the best soul singers out there. What's up, Miss T Mert? How you doing? Shout out to France. Shout outs to Paris, France. Miss T Word is T Mert is one of my Paris, France uh, subscribers. What's up with it? Hey, make sure you hear me on Saturday, Miss T Mert, because me and Matthew from Nantes, France, will be doing our first episode of Corner Store International Podcast. That'll be this Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, West Coast time. I don't know what time that is in Paris, but that'll be this weekend on Saturday. Me and him are going to be doing that. First time ever, split screen YouTube with me and my boy Matthew, best, this Saturday. That was a little quick plug. Yeah, but the subject matter we're on today is the fact that even powerful people of industry, and the reason why I say industry, Dex, my man in California. I shout out Miss T Murray, appreciate you on that. We outside today. We outside. It's a nice day. It's cool out here too. It is so cool out here. I'm really, really happy that the weather is tolerable to be able to do this. But just like I said, I'm amazed. I am amazed that someone like Robert Griffin III can actually part their lips and say what he said about a black woman. That's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. The sad thing is that we actually have to have conversations like this one about something that someone said. Morning. That's the sad thing. To me, that's probably the saddest thing you could ask for. Oh, I gotta address something real quick. I'm sitting outside here. I'm not too far from where I live. And I decided there's a lot of cool little spots to hang out and relax and shoot videos. What is it? I had to change the subject from what I was talking about because we got a lot of people that live in this neighborhood. They're walking dogs, they're jogging, and all of a sudden, because I'm videoing, is everybody a criminal or something? Why don't people? All they would do is pat that. If they would, look, I'm kind of getting confused by saying this. So let me make this clear. Everybody is scared of video now. Everybody is afraid of video now. If you notice, there's all these videos where people are like, you can't video me. You can't video me. You didn't ask for my approval. You didn't get my okay. All these people are walking behind. They're not walking in the frame, which I get it and I appreciate that because I think they might be doing that more because I'm shooting a video than them just walking down the sidewalk. I hope that's the case. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I done just had three people. One person was running up and went around this way, around the back of the camera. And then I just had two dog walkers and they just walk behind the camera. Are people that scared to be on camera now? Everybody's terrified because people are using their video cameras to catch bullshit and to post it. That shit is terrifying people. That shit is terrifying. You can video me all you want. I don't give a fuck. Obviously, because I do this shit for a living, or I do this. I'm trying to create something in this regard. But it's become a thing. Everybody got a camera now, so everybody is fucking terrified. I don't. What is it? What is going on with people being afraid to be on camera? And why would you be mad if there's somebody out here videoing and they're videoing themselves, and then you look up and you're like, I don't want to be on camera. Motherfucker, you wasn't on camera till you walked up to me. And that's not happening right now. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that's happening right now. Because I have a studio. I could have did this in my studio today. Because it's actually very, very nice today. And it would have been comfortable to do that. But I decided to do it outside because I was out here getting some exercise, getting some air. I saw a video last night when I went to bed that, you need to get out more and just, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're one of those people, and not to change the subject from the Robert Griffin situation and Shaquille O'Neal situation, which is something that's always going to be going on politically. But that video struck me last night really good in the sense that it was saying, look, I had to save it actually, that you become kind of a shut-in. Your mind starts to become shut-in. You start to feel like you're tired all the time. And I notice I'll be doing that sometimes. It's like I'll get up, I don't want to do anything, or, I ain't got no energy. It's a mind thing more than it is a body thing. I'm going to tell you this, the truth. In order to get those endorphins going, you got to work out. You got to take a walk. You got to go do something. You got to sweat. You have to fucking sweat. You got to go out there. You got to feed your mind with something. Read a book, but don't just read a book at home. Go to the park. Take a walk. Go buy go buy a Starbucks and go sit somewhere and read outside. Let the sun hit you. You know what I'm saying? Get that melanin. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, I know what I'm talking about. And I haven't even been doing this shit. The only reason why I say I know what I'm talking about, because that video enlightened me last night. I actually felt kind of bad because I know I could be doing a lot more. Corner Store Podcast is almost at 30,000 subscribers. Corner Store Television, I should say. Corner Store Podcast really is what initiated and started everything and got me to this point. This is the flagship show or content that's on my Corner Store Television channel. This is the thing that started it all. I wanted to do a podcast. I said I was going to do it without no money, $0, and I did it. And some people it's resonated with. Some people like Miss T. Mert from Paris, France. I couldn't be more blessed to have her and have any of these international subscribers from all the way from Africa to Australia. I've had people hit me up from Buenos Aires, South America, talking about we dig what you're doing. We like what you like, hip hop, all of that. It's pretty wild, man. I'm trying to build something here. I'm actually trying to make something happen. And just to wrap up the subject with Robert Griffin Jr. and Shaquille O'Neal, the fact that Shaquille O'Neal had to come out of his mouth and say he actually put hands. What's up, Shaheed? Shout out from Atlanta, man. See, I was just talking about my subscribers. I was just talking about y'all, man. This is Shaheed Hansen from Atlanta, Georgia. That's my dog. Appreciate you, man. And, that you just giving me credibility, because I was just saying on the video that got all of these different, people from all across the country as well as around the world that have subscribed and have shown me love. I couldn't be more proud to have y'all digging what I'm doing. Hey, Shaheed, by the way, if you go to my Corner Store Television Instagram page, go to the, to the info and go to my, I got all of these new merchandise. I got new shirts. I even started a small clothing line called Left Coast Clothing. So you can go check out some of that stuff like the Lazy Giant gear or Insanity is Contagious gear, as well as some other clothes that I think you're going to dig: t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, beanies, hats, even coffee mugs. So go check that out, man. It is the Corner Store Television merch store. You can even find that here too on YouTube in the community on the community page. So go grab you something for your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a little dividends from that the 15th. The first time it wasn't a whole lot because I only sold a little bit so far. But I'm trying to get it popping so where I can actually say I'm selling some clothes. So do that for your boy. You know what I'm saying? Go grab something. Represent Corner Store Television where you are. Corner Store Podcast where you are. I'm not sure I'm going to do any shirts for my other content like new artist music review or the new or track vibe or any of that. I'm working on that. I might do a comic book corner t-shirt. I just got to figure out the logo and everything. The logo I have for the show is not up to par, but I might use Chat GPT to create me something. Oh yeah, by the way, Chat GPT, that shit is the shit. Chat GPT is the bomb, or any of the fucking AI services like that. Use that shit. That shit work. It'll save you having to go buy logos and all that bullshit like that when you can create them yourself. I fucks with it. A lot of these people who create logos and all that, they fuck now. They ain't gonna be able to be on Instagram talking about $50. I'll make you a logo for $50. Nah, no, you won't. You're not making me no logo for no $50. And I've done that. I've been there, done that. My first logo that I used was created by somebody, and they charged me about $50 to do it. It was simple, and I was thinking, damn, there's got to be a better way to do this shit. Anyway, damn, all of a sudden there's a lot of cars pulling up behind my car, which is weird. It's kind of making me a little nervous. That motherfucker sitting in the car, ain't even moving. There's one dude just sitting there looking at me while I'm doing this. Believe me, he don't want no problems. I got my bag with me. This ain't no bad neighborhood, by the way. It's one of the better neighborhoods in Southern California. And I'm probably just talking out the side of my neck. Ain't nobody want no problems. All of a sudden, I got to go to the bathroom. Damn. So, I wanted to do a longer show, but shit, the bathroom run might have motherfucker leaving early. But anyway, just to wrap up that Robert Griffin Jr. And Shaq Shaquille O'Neal feud, Shaq giving that man that warning. And the funny thing is, when he said he was going to beat his ass if he keeps talking about Angel Reese, we haven't heard a peep out of his ass since. That motherfucker ain't said nothing since. I don't know if that's out of fear or he just like, Now, if he does respond, the first thing he's going to say, oh, that's a damn shame that I have to get threatened and all this other shit. He gonna play the bitch card and be like, oh, that's crazy. What he could do if he wanted to man up and just say, look, man, I might have been wrong what I said. You ain't had to come out your face like you was gonna do something to me or whatever. That wasn't necessary, but it is what it is. I see what he's trying to do. Yeah, and just play it like that. Don't be no hoe ass nigga and say you scary. What's up, man? What's up? What's cracking with it? How's everybody doing today? I hope everything is good where you at. It's all one love here, Corner Store Podcast 168 episode. We just talking about Shaq and Robert Griffin Jr. At this point. Yes. Oh man, it's all good. I appreciate you, man. And Shaq said he was gonna beat Robert Griffin's ass. And so far, Robert Griffin has not responded, and I'm pretty sure why. I said I thought it was fear. A mixture of fear, and he really don't know how to come back after that, But like I said, this all I would have did was responded like, "Look, Shaq, you ain't got to do all that. I said what I said. It may not have been right. You may not have liked it. A lot of people might not have liked it, but ain't no reason to be talking about what you gonna do to a nigga. It's all words, whatever. But I mean, I ain't scared of you or some shit. I just let the nigga know. I mean, I feel you. I feel what you're saying, but fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to say all that. Well, the problem is, if I was Robert Griffin and I said that, I really ain't got a lot of legs to stand on because the shit you said was really out of pocket as fuck about that girl. I don't like Angel Reese. I'm gonna be real with you. I think she's what's wrong with the sisters in the United States, she's what's wrong with the sisters. You know what I'm saying? They got this idea of that they can't do no wrong. They can dress any kind of way they want, all nasty, tight ass little shit, and nobody else supposed to say nothing, all that. I want you to be powerful, sister. I want you to feel beautiful, but I don't want you to act like you better than somebody. I don't know. It's just funny. Our sisters, they don't know what power is. They think that shit is powerful when you act like that. Can she ball? I mean, she's a big girl. All you got to do in the WNBA is, if you tall, is to be a little skillful. You know what I'm saying? And lay the ball up and do all that. I'm not saying that the WNBA women can't. Respect to you, my dog. I appreciate you. Thank you. That they can't ball and then they ain't got no skills. But what I'm not gonna do is allow them to be talking about, oh, I can't be with a man making less than 500,000, all that bullshit. That's not. And let me tell you something. That's not all representative to all the sisters out there. But they only let the sisters that say stupid shit like that be on videos and everybody see that. So the narrative is gonna be created that that's how all black women think, and that's not true. That's the only reason why I be mad at people like Angel Reese. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to go through 6, 7, 8 niggas before you find the right guy. You don't. I ain't saying that's what she's doing. All I'm saying is this. Robert Griffin Jr. shouldn't say negative shit about his own people, especially since it's not a good look, bro, since you married to a blonde chick that you call Milk. That's his nickname for his wife is Milk. Anybody that says some shit like that and then come out their face about Angel Reese, that's disturbing. And that's the reason why everybody's up in arms. That's the reason why all the black podcasts from The Pivot to Joe Budden, everybody's on this fucking nigga's head. And it makes sense that they would want to be on his head because what he said was fucking stupid. But it only proves that we are not a together race in the United States. Black people ain't been together since the 30s, 40s, 50s. They broke us up like some peanut brittle, and we all over the place. We all over the fucking place. We're all over the place. We need to stand together. Will we? No. Should we? Yeah. Can we? Will we? No. It's too hard to be right. Systematic. Look, the cat that's on here right now, D-Bone, you said it, bro. Say that shit again and put it in capitals. It is systematic. It is a slavery thing. We have always been this way. We always will be this way until we realize that we only have each other. We only have each other. And that's just facts. Let's go to the next subject, man. Hey, Diddy's out. Yeah, he got bail. Diddy got bail. I'm going to ask the chat, do you think Diddy's going to go to jail, even though they gave him bail and he's out now? He's been, to be honest with you, he was in jail so long while during the trial because they wouldn't give him bail that I think he should get time served. What do y'all think? I think Diddy has paid enough. It's just like Dave Chappelle made a joke about Diddy is the only motherfucker he knows that was in a RICO case by himself. Isn't RICO cases for whole criminal organizations? So Diddy is a criminal organization all by himself? When black people get arrested, it be on some unprecedented ass shit. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way that this man was arrested, incarcerated, and he by himself. He is a criminal organization by himself, as far as they're saying. How crazy is that shit? It's a crazy world we live in, man, right now. I'm telling you, it's absolutely insane. But bro is out. His family is happy. He's getting to fight, or at least find out what his sentence is going to be on the street. At least I think that's the case. If I'm not mistaken, it looked like I saw the video the other day. He was getting walked out by his attorneys, and everybody was clapping. So either that, either that video wasn't real, or I don't know what I'm talking about. But bro is out. Bro is out. Yes, he is. He's out. At least he got away for a moment, because they want him in jail. I believe Diddy has a chance of actually ending up like Epstein if he goes to jail, because he's got some fucking skeletons on people. Diddy has some skeletons on people. I can guarantee you that. Diddy has skeletons like Epstein. So I'd be worried about him if he goes to jail. I don't care if it's minimum security. He gotta, how is he gonna know what they're putting in his food? You know what I'm saying? I'm sad for Diddy, because what happens with people like him is they become powerful, they become rich, they become somebody, a specific person of industry. And his particular industry happened to be the entertainment music industry. And they utilize that to the point where they get very, very big. And then they let all of their dark bullshit that they got in the closet, obviously it was sexuality, they let that become something. They let that become something that dictates their lives. And what happens is it comes back to bite you, because people, you got to realize something. All rich people are envious, jealous, and they don't want to see you, doing well. Can you imagine having to go up against another person as rich as you in a meeting or something? Like the liquor company, everybody seems to think is the one who created this whole thing, because he said they owed him some money, hundreds of millions of dollars, to be honest with you. Or there was hundreds of millions of dollars that was left on the table because of they decided they wasn't going to do something that Diddy asked them to do. And he called him out. Next thing you know, he was under a RICO investigation. I'm going to just say this. If you black, build your wealth, love your family, love yourself. Make sure you got a gang of cool ass attorneys. And also make sure that you do exactly what you need to do to guard yourself from impending litigation or prosecution. Because it's going to come for you. I don't know. I know he's convicted on 3 other charges. They were lesser charges. Prostitution, it almost amounts to prostitution. Taking women across state lines for sex, which don't make no fucking sense to me. So you mean to tell me if I pick up a girl and that I don't know, and we at a bar in LA and we decide to drive to Vegas and I fuck her, is that illegal? Don't even make no fucking sense. How is that taking a chick? You've been saying, yeah, I suck your dick in Vegas. I hate to say it like that and be all caddish, but that's what it boils down to. But see, they're gonna create a narrative where they can put your ass in jail and then say deny you bail. I don't care if you offer us 50 million, you're not getting out. That's the world we live in, and you need to, as a black person, you need to realize that shit could happen to you. You could be railroaded too, with the quickness, nigga. For real. Is he guilty? Fuck. Let's just say he guilty for whooping Cassie ass. That's what we did. That's what we do know. He beat shit out of her in the hallway, drug her like she was a fucking a deer carcass after you shoot that motherfucker in the woods. He's guilty of that. I believe he's been in jail long enough to pay for that. It wasn't like he killed her. He assaulted her for sure. But that motherfucker been in jail for a minute going through this process. I think he paid his debt. That's just me. He probably need his ass whooped too, but that's a whole nother story. If we started doing shit like that, like, sentencing people to fight three MMA niggas at the same time as a sentence, I bet you a lot of motherfuckers will stop doing the shit they're doing on the real. Last subject before I get up out of here. All these motherfuckers looking at me and shit because I'm on camera. Everybody's scared of these cameras today. You got a gang of motherfuckers driving by. They looking like a motherfucker like, oh shit, I don't want to be on camera. What's up with all these goddamn volcanoes, man? That's crazy. The amazing thing is it's actually happening. They actually say that Mount Rainier, I'm sorry, may actually erupt. Yellowstone Park is going fucking crazy. Geysers that's been dormant for the last, 7, 8 years have become active. There's a geyser that's right. There's a geyser. We got some dinner downtown. Then with the C-Day Chappelle, a calm night on the town. Integrity. There's a geyser that's right by the road in Yellowstone. There's a guide that was taking these people. It's a video. There's a guide that was taking these people on a tour of Yellowstone National Park. And she didn't even realize that this geyser was there because it hadn't been activated. It's bubbling up right next to the road. Their seismologists have said that Mount Rainier is actually active now. And there's 4 or 5. I think I just saw a video showing all those damn mountain ranges all at the same time, from Mount Hood, Mount Rainier, Mount Shasta, all of that shit. All of them, all in one little row. And they're all active volcanoes. Look at it like this. All of these mountains ain't nothing but big ass zits, earth zits. You know how you bust a zit, right? Take your 2 fingers and pop that motherfucker and all that nasty shit ooze out of it. Well, guess what? That's the same kind of shit the earth is about to do if those volcanoes bust. A gang of oozy green bullshit is about to slide the fuck up out of it and fuck everybody up. I'm telling you. Look, these massive floods that have been happening, all these weather systems. New York is underwater. New Jersey's underwater. All these states, Texas is underwater. If this don't look like the last days on Earth, I don't know what does. Because they say these natural disasters are unprecedented. These are 100-year, 200-year types of events. Nobody's seen them since 200 years and all that shit. What the fuck is going on? Ask yourself. With all of this shit going on, and then you got this dude in office rounding people up, all of that going on, you can't tell me that shit don't seem kind of fishy to you. Like maybe there's something to this psychotic shit that's going on in the world. Maybe there's something to this. Maybe it's a little bit more biblical. Is it possible? Or are you one of them people that just don't believe in that kind of thing? That's what I say. The thing I want people to understand is this. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. When the mountain blows and it's all on TV, you'll believe it then, right? I believe California is due for one of the biggest earthquakes it's ever had in its history. I believe a 7.9 to an 8-pointer is on the horizon. I don't want that shit to happen. Are you fucking crazy? That could tear a hole in the whole fucking state. Who would want that? But that don't mean it ain't on the horizon. With all these volcanoes, all of these floods, all of this shit going on, it would just make sense for something stupid and psychotic like that to happen. It just makes sense. Before I get out of here, I'm going to play a couple of news clips. See if I can get to it. Hold on. Here's to the I'm gonna find it right now, and I'll let you hit. No, nope, 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 nope. Listen to this.
Just bit the dust and got fired by Fox Sports FS1. If you guys don't remember Joy Taylor, she used to be on First Take with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. She was the moderator. She was actually a pretty decent moderator at the time. During the course of that show, during the height and the peak of that show, there was a huge scandal that came out involving, I'll call it S harassment and S battery going on in that corporation at the top levels with the hosts and some of the workers in that network as well. Now, the scandal really began with this woman right here. Her name is Notion Faraji, and she's like a makeup artist behind the scenes in the green room. You know, she's a wardrobe person, would get all these people ready. But there was an allegation going on that she was being either S harassed or physically S battered by none other than Skip Bayless. Now, Skip, that's a whole different story. But her accusation against him is that Skip offered her 1.5 M's to class.
Now, Skip Bayless is married, supposedly loves the shit out of his wife, and this dude offering $1.5 million to have sex with somebody. Now, the girl, I understand your morals and your convictions not to do that. And if I was a woman, I'd probably be standing on business too. But that's a lot of money to have sex. Something must be wrong with him. Someone would have took that money.
Cheeks. As crazy as that is, Notion Faraji, the makeup artist, kind of reached out to Joy Taylor to tell her about what was going on, you know, because Joy, I guess they were friends. And she has a little bit more power up in that company and the network. So she reached out to Joy for help. And pretty much Joy told her to get over it. Pretty much.
He killed me, took the cash
and that's where I will end.
Like he Rico, put attention on my spine.
That's where I'm going to end this show. I didn't play that to prove anything. I played that to let you know that they don't stick together. Joy Taylor summarily fired from Fox News by just throwing her body around up there with executives getting paper. And then when a woman, a colleague of hers, a lesser than a makeup artist, not a on-air talent, comes to her with allegations that she was sexually assaulted, Joy Taylor tells her, get over it. Here we are this year. Joy Taylor's no longer working for Fox Sports. Karma's a bitch. It's your boy Dex, episode 168, Corner Store Podcast. Hey, I love y'all. About to get up out of here. I got to go to the bathroom, man. God damn. I'm holler at y'all. Peace.
Every day I'm grinding to be rich. I keep my K tuck. Niggas know that they grimy, says dirty. I'm in way muck. That's my freedom from a nigga trying to play.